Welcome to the Wellness Abundance Podcast. I'm Melissa King, your podcast host, board-certified health and wellness coach, certified personal trainer, and founder of Wellness Abundance Coaching. I created this podcast to help women like you learn more about your body so you can age gracefully and navigate the different seasons of your life effortlessly. If you're a woman searching for answers to unexpected weight gain, intense PMS, chronic fatigue, fertility challenges, PCOS, brain fog, and more, this podcast is for you. We'll do a deep dive into all areas of women's health and connect with experts so you can get clarity on what's happening within your body. This will empower you to take control of your mindset on the natural aging process and create flexible lifestyle habits that work for you at any age. Now, grab your favorite glass of wine, cup of coffee, or mocktail, and enjoy the episode. Hello, and welcome back to another Wellness Abundance podcast. I'm your host, Melissa King, board-certified health and wellness coach, certified personal trainer, and certified Girls Gone Strong women's coach. Okay, so today's topic is a really fun one. I think you may or may not think it's fun, but you may grow to actually enjoy it. So, if I had one piece of fitness advice to give to you as a woman of any age, it would be to get your strength training on, okay? So cardio is really great to improve your heart health because your heart is an actual muscle, so we need to work it. We need to make it contract more so than it does on a daily basis to keep us alive and kicking. And cardio is also really good for your lungs. It keeps your lungs strong. It keeps your oxygen flowing. So there's a lot of benefits. But strength training, in my opinion, is the most important and effective form of exercise you could do as a woman, regardless of your health and wellness goals. So if you're on a weight loss journey and you want to lose weight, building more lean muscle mass will help you eliminate burn some of that fat, okay? If you're, wanting to mitigate your chances of getting osteoporosis, right? Strength training, building lean muscle mass is really, really great for, building strong bones. And I'll do a little bit deeper dive on each of these topics in a minute. So, okay, now just to be perfectly clear, I don't normally give fitness advice to anyone without asking questions to learn more about them and where they are in the moment. So when someone asks me, hey, I want to start strength training, but I don't know what to do. I have zero experience. What advice can you give me? I ask them questions to find out where they are right now. But strength training is a universal form of exercise that anyone can benefit from no matter the age, okay? So, and one of the great things about strength training is you can start it at any age. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what your experience level is, and it doesn't matter what your body size is, okay? I have worked with a wide array of clients, including women who have zero experience strength training, are currently active and want to level up their fitness, live in a bigger body, live in a petite body, and are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond. Okay, so I've worked with all different kinds of women, which I love doing. So, and by the way, this is actually my expertise, is really working with beginners to intermediate, women who are, have maybe some fitness experience or zero. Okay, this is my expertise. This is my jam. This is my superpower. So, okay, so now every woman can obviously benefit from being stronger and more toned, but there's different ways to go about it depending on age. So we'll dive into these a little bit today. So first, let's talk about strength training in your 20s. Okay, it's never too early to start a strength training routine. Never too early, okay? You can even do it as kids. I'm kind of digressing a little bit, but you can even start as kids. You don't need to take a 5-year-old into the gym and, make them do chest presses or anything like that. But, teaching them how to lift things, how to carry things, carry the groceries in, put things away, pick things up, and carry them across the room. This is all strength training, okay? So there's 2 important reasons why you should start why starting a strength training routine in your 20s can be hugely beneficial. Number 1 is habit creation. Number 2 is bone mass. So we'll talk about each of these right now. So now you can create habits, like new habits later in life. This is totally doable. However, it's way easier to maintain these habits as you age, when you start early. So that's one really great reason. So if you are a teenager or in your 20s right now and you're a woman and you have not started a strength training routine, get started on one as soon as possible. So I started lifting weights in high school, and this has helped me keep the strength training party going, well into my mid 40s. I just turned 44 this year, and I've always done some form of strength training. Some years it was body weight. Now I'm more back in the gym, really pushing around heavy weight and really getting stronger. So that's my journey. Everyone's journey is unique. Just figure out a strength training routine that works for you. And in fact, my women's strength training class I took in high school really kickstarted my passion for health and fitness more than the health, because I'll be honest with you, my fast food habit back then was not the healthiest. So this is a story for another day, possibly having a bourbon or a whiskey or a glass of wine with it. So I will share this full story with you another day. But on average, your bone mass peaks in your mid-20s. So the more strength training you do, the healthier and more sturdy your bones are going to be. So really honing in a strength training routine in your mid to late 20s is key, because this is when your bone mass peaks. After this, it starts to decline. So, and healthy bones are less likely to break, okay? Which means your chances of injury goes way down. Like if you're in your 20s now and in the future. So really kind of maintaining this. So strength training, and along with like impact movements, like jumping, like when you're really just pounding the ground, and of course, proper nutrition, which I'll talk about later on. These all combined help create strong bones. Okay, now let's kind of move on and talk about strength training in your 30s. So this is a decade that's hopefully full of personal growth and opportunities for you. You're no longer in your 20s and have hopefully learned from your mistakes, the mistakes you made in your younger years. So it doesn't mean you won't continue to make mistakes. Like I mentioned, I'm 44 and I still make mistakes, but they're different than the ones from back in the day. So most women in their 30s, they at least know themselves a little bit better and have a clearer vision for what direction they want to go in their life and than they did in their 20s. Now, because I know I did. I know this isn't true for everyone. every woman in their 20s. So some women in their 20s, I know they got it together and they're like, I know exactly what I want to do with my life. That was not me. And I feel like that's not most women, but that's okay. So also, women are getting married and having babies later in life. And of course, we all know a healthy body is more likely to grow a healthy baby, right? And also, getting pregnant can be a little bit challenging in your 30s since, according to biology, you're past your fertile reproductive stage in life, which, you know, it's usually mid to late 20s. And then after that, again, your 20s are like your peak time for your reproductive years, but like biologically, okay, just saying that, but it doesn't have to be like everything goes downhill. I just want to make that perfectly clear. So thankfully there are ways you can increase your chances of getting pregnant past your so-called prime, strength training being one of them. So one huge benefit of strength training is it helps you maintain healthy insulin levels. So if you've gone through my program before, you're already aware that insulin is considered the boss hormone. It directs other hormones and nutrients where to go and what to do. So like I said, it's basically the boss, right? So insulin plays a super important role in making sure you have enough blood sugar running through your body all at once. So if you have too much insulin, too much blood sugar too frequently, it can cause weight gain, diabetes, which we all know isn't good, and actually prevent you from ovulating, which is kind of important to getting pregnant, right? That egg has to travel through the fallopian tube in order for a little sperm to connect with it. So even if you don't want to have a baby in your 30s like myself, creating a healthy strength routine that works for you can help you get good sleep, have consistent energy levels, improve your overall health, and prepare your body for the next biological phases, perimenopause and menopause. Okay, so now the strength party can really begin. All right, so strength training in your 40s and beyond. So when you reach the beginning of your 4th decade on planet Earth, maybe even a few years prior, your body slowly starts to transition out of your reproductive years and into the final phase, menopause, okay? This is a biological process. It can take several years, and every woman's experience is different. So if you're in your 40s and you've never had a consistent strength routine, now is the best time. So I've had clients begin my fitness program in their 40s with basically little to no experience with weights. And within a few weeks, they're feeling more confident with their form and already getting stronger, okay? And I don't say this to toot my own horn. I say this to hopefully impress upon you that you can do this in your 40s, okay? And like I mentioned earlier, my expertise is in health and fitness as a health and fitness coach is actually working with beginners to add strength training into their movement routine. So strength training is a skill that I promise you can be learned and mastered no matter what your age. So if you're a fitness enthusiast like myself and have been pushing dumbbells and kettlebells around for literally decades, you may notice a few changes before, during, and after your workouts. I know when I hit my 40s, I started to notice some changes for sure. So you might be able to build or maintain muscle, or you may be unable to build muscle and maintain muscle like you did in your 20s and 30s, okay? And this is okay. This is just your body naturally going through its biological process, okay? So just don't be hard on yourself. And one of the reasons that you do start to lose muscle mass more quickly as you enter your 40s and beyond is because your testosterone, one of the reasons is your testosterone levels naturally go down as we age, okay? And this hormone helps build muscles. So it's anabolic. So anabolic means to build up, okay? And without this hormone, your body isn't able to do this as well. So another reason, another hormone that's kind of starts to go down as we age is estrogen, which is 3 different kinds of estrogen. I won't get into that right now, the details of that right now. There is one estrogen that really can help later in life, but one type of estrogen, but I won't dive into that right now. So, but estrogen really does play an important role in maintaining muscle mass. And what happens to estrogen as we age? Yes, you guessed it. It goes down. So, okay. So here's the great news. I don't want you to finish reading this and think that once you hit the 40s club, once you've joined the 40s club, you'll get weaker every year for the rest of your life. Okay. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Now, I know it sounds a little dramatic, but sometimes, we hear stories and there's a big stigma around what happens in midlife. And it's easy to slip into it, right? Slip into this mindset like, oh, I'm 40, I'm 45. Now my life is going downhill. Might as well just take me out to pasture and, be done. It doesn't have to be like that. So, you don't have to live the second half of your life unable to get out of bed, get off the toilet, or carry your own groceries, okay? There is hope and there are things that you could do. So, there are lifestyle habits that you can implement to help you mitigate muscle loss and gain muscle. Yes, you read that right, or you heard that right. Okay. I'm going from my blog post. But yeah, you heard me right. Like, it is possible to gain muscle in your 40s and beyond. So you may just need to make a few tweaks to it. So, okay. So I'm going to share 3 things that you can do really at any age, to really pump up your strength training routine. Okay. And if you want more personalized, feel free to reach out to me, but I'll go into that in a sec. So the first thing I want to talk about is getting good sleep. So when you sleep, your body goes into a repair mode. And this is the time when the human growth hormone increases, which is super beneficial for muscle growth. Okay. The second thing I want to talk about is to consider taking a creatine supplement. So creatine is found in meat and seafood. So if you eat meat and or seafood, you do get it from your diet. But supplementing with it can help muscle recovery if it's taken after a workout, and with performance if it's taken before a workout. Okay. I actually found a really great short article from Harvard Medical School that talks about how it can help mitigate muscle loss as we age. So if you want to check that out, go to melissaking.net under free resources, click on the blog, and then go ahead and read this blog post. And if you scroll down towards the bottom of the blog post, the link will be in there. So go check out that article written by Harvard Medical School and check that out. So creatine is something that I'm taking right now. It takes, from my understanding, about 2 to 3 months to really kind of kick in and to see a difference. But you have to take it consistently every day. But anyways, so consider taking a creatine supplement. So also another disclaimer though about creatine is you may want to check with your healthcare provider if you're taking any medications or have any health issues, just to make sure it's safe for you. Okay. All right. And the third thing I want to share, this is actually lean muscle building is a kind of a complex topic. So these are just like, I just wanted to break it down today, very simple for you. So the third thing is to make sure you eat enough protein. So eating enough protein for your body and the intensity for your workouts, it can be a huge game changer with building muscle. So muscles are made of amino acids, and our bodies get amino acids from protein to rebuild muscles. So eating enough protein is super important. And this may even fluctuate depending on where you are in your strength training routine. Okay. So, all right. So if you want to dive a little bit deeper into strength training, like you want to geek out on it a little bit more, there is an article on my website about strength training and metabolism. It's called 3 Reasons Your Hubby's Losing Weight Faster Than You, which I will post a link to it. And then you can also check out my podcast episode about 3 tips to get comfortable with strength training. So if you're feeling inspired and you want a coach who's got your back like every step of the way, and you want to start strength training, let's totally do this together. Okay. You can book a free call with me today, and just go to my website, melissaking.net, and in the upper right hand side, you'll see book a call with me there, and we'll chat about it. It's free, and it's 20 minutes of your time. And we'll chat about where you are right now, where you want to go, and we'll kind of brainstorm some ideas on what your next steps could be. So also, if you haven't subscribed on Apple, Spotify, or on YouTube, after listening to this, please go do so. I would really, really greatly appreciate it. And then also, if you want your free fitness for weight loss guide, go to melissaking.net, and on the homepage you can sign up for my weekly emails I send out every Friday with updates, exclusive offers for my community, and everything. So okay, thanks so much for watching or listening, and I'll see you later. Bye. The Wellness Abundance podcast is sponsored by Wellness Abundance Coaching. At Wellness Abundance Coaching, we help women create flexible nutrition and fitness plans that fit into their life to help them lose weight effortlessly and navigate the different hormonal seasons of their life with clarity, empowerment, and flexibility. We offer one-on-one and group health and fitness coaching. To learn more about how we can help you navigate the different seasons of your life and become the healthiest version of yourself, schedule a time to chat with us by visiting melissaking.net.